They say we choose our family because of the lessons they have to teach us. A while back, I decided to make a film about my sister Yvonne. She's a Hare Krishna devotee who went off on a Mother Teresa type mission to West Africa. This is Yvonne's story. And mine.
No, it's not at all surprising. Jamming in the street, telling everyone we meet, we're going home. Tanzania's moon is rising. No, it's not at all surprising. Jamming in the street, telling everyone we meet, we're going home.
Us Oppermans are a bona fide South African clan. We can trace our roots all the way back to the Voortrekkers. We are white, Christian, well, sort of, Afrikaans, and apart from having a ridiculously high divorce rate, we're your average run-of-the-mill family. My great-grandfather, Rudolf Erasmus, was a card-carrying member of the Ossewa Brandwacht. My great-grandmother had 3 male names, Andries Lucas Visagi. My opa was the last dean of the Heidelberg College of Education before it got converted into an army camp. My grandmother was the musical one in the family. She wrote operettas and music theory books in Afrikaans. My parents got married in the 50s, divorced in the 60s, and remarried again in the 80s. Yeah, divorce is something that is rampant in our family. My father had 4 kids altogether. My mom had 2. Me and my sister Rena. That's my sister Rena. She's also happily divorced. That's me, Frankie Erasmus Opperman. Married twice and divorced twice. After my folks split up, my dad remarried and had 2 kids. My half-brother Charles passed away in 1984. Yvonne, or Vonnie as we used to call her, was always the academic one in the family. After attending Macy's War in Pretoria, she got her honors in education. A few years ago, Vonnie became a Hare Krishna and changed her name to Ila Devi Dasi. Vonnie has been living in Ghana for the last 3 years, and she came back home to introduce her husband Shastra and their child Ramananda Rai to the family. Little Go Cool, a Krishna band consisting of street children from Kenya, popped along. Coming each and every one of you to the baby room. Then we lift up your attitude. You made the right decision, Maya won't get you. You're at the right venue, you find the right menu. Theme of the party is about the Maha Mantra. Protect and redeem us, the Alpha and Omega.
She make a good principal for a new school, a Hare Krishna school, with God in the center. She'd take the same things, maths, arithmetic, all the other subjects can be taught in the school. The main focus would be purpose would be to please Krishna, please God. So she went for it, and then she had to drop to a much low standard of living. Cold water from a bucket bath, and less privacy. I never believed actually that she would go. I didn't order her, so I knew it was her decision. I said it would be nice to open this school in Ghana.
got to accept it. I mean, it's Bonnie or Ila or whatever they call her nowadays. It's like, it works for her, so we've got to sort of accommodate it.
When I was a very small young child, I was religious as well. I used to like church. My parents didn't go to church, even though they're Christians, they never went to church. So on Sundays I used to walk all the way on my own just to go to church. And sometimes I would feel embarrassed because everybody would be there with their parents and I would just be there on my own. My family wouldn't be there. At university I became very atheistic. I started thinking, oh, there's nothing really. Religion is just a means of oppressing people, saying, oh, you are suffering now, but don't worry. In your next life you'll go to heaven and you'll be happy. Then I was into nature. I used to go on a lot of walks in the mountains, Drakensberg Mountains, Eastern Transvaal, thinking you'll find things in nature and you'll find happiness in nature. Then, gradually, finally I got hold of the Krishna conscious books, the Bhagavad Gita by Srila Prabhupada. And then when I started reading that, things became more clear and more clear. And I just felt this is the most amazing book I've ever read in my life, that it's worth more than all the other thousands of books that I'd ever read. So for 2 years it carried on like that, and I thought, oh, where can I get hold of a Hare Krishna? And I couldn't get one anywhere. Then at the school where I was teaching, one day I walked into the staff room and the newspaper was lying open on the table with a big heading, Hare Krishna Temple in Pretoria. And I just grabbed it, and that same day I drove off to find the temple, and I was so happy. And then I was trying to find the place, and as I was looking for it, some devotees drove past me, and they said, hey, what are you looking for? And I said, I'm looking for the Hare Krishnas. They said, that's us. And then that was it. So I went to the temple, and I saw pictures of the deities, Radha and Krishna, and they were so beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And that was it. From then I started going to the temple, and the philosophy made a lot more sense once I came into contact with the devotees and they explained things to me.
Hey Frankie, your family here?
Huh?
Yeah, your family, are they here?
Yes.
Are the flowers for you?
No, it's not for me. It's not for me. Vonnie and I have never been really close. We're very different people. I've always been the performer in the family, while Vonnie has always been very reserved. Although we come from the same father, I realized that I actually don't know my sister at all. I also understand that if I wanted to know Vonnie a bit better, I would need to find out more about the whole Krishna thing. They don't eat anything with a face. No garlic, no onions, no chilies. Food must be blessed before eaten. Food must first be offered to Krishna. Coffee is a no-no. Definitely no pizza. 0 alcohol. And those are just some of the food rules. There are other rules as well. No movies or TV, except for the odd wildlife docky. No music other than Krishna CDs, and definitely no smoking. While Vonnie's always been a loner, her husband Shastra is one of the most sociable people I've ever met. And Ramananda Rai is the first caramel-colored, preservative-free Krishna baby in the Opperman family.